Several seasons later. Okay, time to see what happened. The Battle of Danora ended the war in victory for the Genji and in destruction for the Heiki. The Genji formed a new government, and soon the samurai class were all under the control of my older brother, of course. Hearing these rumors, Noritsune and I continued to flee further and further south. Then, after a long journey, we finally found a place where we could live together. A land blessed with a warm climate where all of the residents lived very simple lives. The distant power of Genji could not reach us, and there were none who knew who we were. We had arrived at a place to call home. We live in a straw hut together. It was early evening and Noritsune had returned to the small house where we were living. Welcome home. It's like I caught some fish. Wow, those vegetables look delicious and so much fruit. What's this one? I've never seen it before. Alright, I'll just take one. Oh, it's so sweet. It's a little strange, but it's so delicious. Oh my god, you guys are farmers! So cute. Hehe, thanks, Noritsune. Oh, you guys go by... Huh, they go by their real names, I guess. You seem to be getting better and better at working in the fields. As I continued to nibble at the sweet fruit, I thought back to the time when we first arrived here. It was hard for us to adjust in the beginning. Noritsune learned to plow the fields by watching the villagers, and he worked diligently to get to know them all. Recently, he has finally gotten used to farm work, and our lives have become more stable thanks to the help of our neighbors. Noritsune wielding a hoe, that's something I never could have pictured when I first met him. Noritsune looked at my hand to see the results of my labor. Right? I managed to finish it with some help from the villagers. I had made a woven wooden basket, a traditional item that people here use daily. Rude, it was all part of the training at the temple. They really drilled it into us. Shungin's a good cook too. I'm sorry, it's nothing. I felt an ache in my chest every time I thought about my friends. It was a feeling I knew would probably never go away. I wonder if they're all still grieving about my death. It pained me to think like that, and there were moments when knowing I deceived them became almost too difficult, and yet... You just happened to choose him over your friends, that's all. Noritsune's arms gently wrapped around me. Yeah, I remember. It was the night before Noritsune was to be executed, the night I let him go, when we knew we could never escape our fate. How in the world could I ever forget the pain and weight of that day? I know that you have sleepless nights from time to time, Noritsune. The memory of losing the people he cared about in the war was a deep scar on his heart. We spent our days pretending to be oblivious to the other's pain, always trying to be cheerful and look toward the future. Though we had traveled far to reach this safe land, there were days when it still felt like we were trapped in Danora. Why are you apologizing? I know it's hard for you too. I guess we're both feeling guilty about the whole thing. You were ready to die. If anything, it's my fault you have to live with this guilt. Noritsune's strong, straight eyes captured me. My body became numb and I could hardly move. Okay.
生き残った後、苦しくなることもあると最初から分かっていた。だがそれでも、俺たちは共に生きることを選んだ。
He was right. We had both made the choice to leave our friends and loved ones behind. We knew that the pain would come, but we took each other's hand on that beach and decided to stay together.
あの選択を悔やんだことは一度もない。俺はお前と生きていきたい。これからもずっと共にいたい。お前と暮らしている今が泣きたくなるほどに幸せだ。
Sweet. Noritsune.
お前にも俺と共に生きるというあの選択を決して悔やませはしない。お前が失ったもののすべては俺が一生をかけて埋めていくと誓う。そして俺ももう生きることを迷わない。喜びも悲しみもすべては生きてこそ。苦しくとも大切なものを守ろうとする限り、それは誇りある生となる。かつて兵たちに言ったことを俺が違えるわけにはいかないからな。俺にとって一番大切なのはお前だ。何を捨てても手に入れたかったのは、守りたいのはお前なんだ。
Noritsune's eyes filled with light. In his eyes, I found a warm glow, one that enchanted me more than anything else in this world. I noticed that tears were running down my cheeks. Noritsune smiled as he wiped them with a gentle hand.
お前の泣き顔は珍しいな。
How could I not, after all that?
ならできれば笑ってくれ。俺はお前の笑顔が好きだ。
You love it?
そういえば今まで口にしたことがなかった。
The ending is just them saying I love you. Oh, this is so pretty. This is way prettier than Benkei's. Oh wait. Of course I got a screenshot. Noritsune cradled my cheeks in his
好
hands.
きだ。
I could see my reflection in his feverish eyes. I was
こ
speechless.
の世の誰よりもお前が好きだ。お前と共にいる今を守るためなら何を犠牲にしてもいいほどに。
Tears began spilling out of my eyes into Noritsune's hands again. I wanted to stop crying. I wanted to show him the smile that he loved, but I couldn't help myself. I love you too. I spoke to him in a hushed tone, and his smile deepened.
知っている。
Gotta take another one. Oh, we got the smacking sound in this one. In the other one, there was no smacking sound. We kissed as if to confirm the silent promise we'd made to each other in that moment. At least I don't think there was. I didn't pay attention to it. The first time his lips touched mine, they were soft and I felt my heart melting into his. I love you, Noritsune. I really, really do. It was as if I'd lost all composure, all hesitation. The words I'd been unable to say for so long came pouring out. Oh god, we got panting in this one. As we kissed, I could feel our breath twisting and turning, flowing in and out. When our lips parted, I was out of breath. I never thought I'd be so bold as to put my thoughts into words like that. The tears stopped and I couldn't help but feel embarrassed. His face close to mine, Noritsune began to laugh.
お前、そういう顔もできるのだな。
And what kind of face is that?
頬を染めて照れくさそうに俺を見ている。悪くないな。今のお前を見たら男だと思うやつなど誰もいないだろうに。 俺も出会ったばかりの頃、疑わず信じていたのが不思議なくらいだ。
You knew I was a woman. Don't make fun of me.
すまない。いかんな。どうにも浮かれてしまう。思えば本当の性別を知った後もお前への印象は少しも変わらなかった。女であることを隠し苦しんできたお前に言うことではないかもしれないが、きっと男と女のどちらであるかなど俺にとっては大した問題ではなかったんだ。
Huh?
お前は俺が出会った人間の誰よりも強く鮮烈なほどに綺麗なやつだ。あの頃も今もずっと変わらない。男だろうが女だろうが関係なく、出会ったあの瞬間に俺の心は奪われていたのだろう。
So basically what he's saying is, it didn't matter to him if I was a man or a woman, he would have fallen in love with me, so... Yeah, sweet.
だからこそお前に勝ちたかった。お前の目に俺を映したくてがむしゃらに追い求めた。そしてその度にお前に引きつけられた。
Noritsune, you saw me for who I really am, even from the beginning. The words he spoke to me made my pulse quicken. His eyes swayed as he stared at me, and I found myself drawn to them.
俺はお前に導かれてここまで来たのだろうな。きっとお前と出会わなければ。
But how's your weekend? Kissing. Yeah, there was kissing.
一門のあり方に疑問を抱くこともなく、民の思いや外の世界も知らぬまま平家と共に滅んでいただろう。
Noritsune. You say his name a lot. What he said was true. The old Noritsune was stubborn and knew little of the world outside of the Heiki. But Noritsune is the same for me. If I had never met you, I would have never had the courage to fight against my fate. I would have lived and died trapped forever as a Genji. Noritsune always gave it his all, and his diligence and determination made a big impact on me. It was Noritsune that made me consider how I truly wanted to live. I wanted to catch up to you as you continue to grow stronger. I wanted to be able to stand on equal footing with you. It was you that brought me here too.
そうか。やはり俺たちは。
Narrowing his dazzling eyes, Noritsune stroked my cheek.
ならば俺たちのあり方はそれで良いのだろう。お前は俺の最愛のもので、同時に
It's cute.
最高の好
He
敵
also
手。
says such sweet words. Yes. Oh. I wasn't aware. A radiant smile graced his face. My beloved, my rival. The words fell easily onto my heart. A smile appeared on my face as joy welled up within me. That's exactly right. It fits us perfectly. He is not only my love, but also my equal. Ah! The person with whom I'll continue to compete and improve with. That's so beautiful. That is... It was the perfect way to give shape to the feelings I felt for him. And knowing that he felt the same, I was so filled with joy, I could barely contain it.
ここに収まるまでにずいぶん時間がかかってしまったな。
Hehe, I'll say.
まあ、それも俺たちらしいか。
Noritsune's hand reached up to mine again. He stroked my cheek as if to tickle me and then moved his fingers to my lips. My heart leapt in my chest at his touch.
好敵手としての互いのあり方はもう十分に知り尽くしている。伴侶としてのあり方もこれからゆっくり知っていく。
What more is there to learn? You guys have spent months together at this point. Ah. He pressed his lips to my ear and whispered to me. I felt my face grow hot.
おい、今さら照れるな。さっきはあんなに思いを伝え。
It's been months. Have you guys not had sex yet? But that was just a moment ago, and to hear you call us lovers, it's embarrassing. I like it when you touch me like this, but I can't help but get nervous. Really?
お前というやつは
What? Like, the man can barely hold back. That's why he's like... We both fell to the floor with great force. Before I could get up, Noritsune was on top of me. Oh. Okay, we're doing it now.
いちいち煽るのをやめろ
Okay. Okay. What are you talking about? I'm not trying to stir things up.
無意識な分余計に立ちが悪いお前に惚れている相手の前で
See, this route is already better than the last one because the last one is stopped at a kiss. But in this one, we're going all the way.
だいたい前にも言っただろうがお前は自覚がなさすぎるんだ
It doesn't matter how many times you tell me I love you, so I can't help but look at you like that.
くそこれだからマイルお前一緒に暮らしてきて今まで手を出さなかった俺の理性に感謝しろよ
It's like I mean anime I watched. Like look at what he's saying. You should be impressed I've been able to live with you and contain myself until now. Well, nobody said you had to contain yourself. Noritsune glared at me with a frustrated but blushing face.
毎日毎日無防備な姿を見せられ笑いかけられてこ
I
っ
mean,
ち
he's
は
speaking
どう
the
なる
truth.
かと思っていたのだぞ
What? On the one hand, I was embarrassed, even a little upset. On the other hand, I was completely taken aback. We promised that we would live together, but our relationship had been at a standstill. For months, you're telling me? Oh my God. We were struggling just to get through our days, and while I cared about him, I didn't have time to think about him in that way. What do you mean? Do you not look at him and just want to, like, tear his clothes off? I never thought that Noritsune had been struggling to contain himself all this time. He's a man. Of course he has been. I thought you didn't care.
そんなわけがあるか同じ屋根の下に
This girl!
心底惚れた女といて
It's okay, it's okay. She lived a sheltered life, and we gotta remember. She lived as a man, remember? So she wouldn't know. My whole body feels like it was on fire at the frankness of his words. I'm too embarrassed. As I tried to hide my face in shame, Noritsune took hold of both my hands.
少しは俺の気持ちが分かったか
All right, I got it.
いやダメだお前はもっと知っておくべきなんだ
Oh.
俺がどれだけお前に惚れているかをな
He's gonna show me. Noritsune giggled, bringing his face closer to mine. Our lips almost touched again, and I found myself drunk with passion.
覚悟しておけよどうやら俺は
He's telling me to be prepared.
強いたちのようだからなお前に伝えたい思いはこの程度ではないぞ
This is too much. As soon as we confirmed our feelings for each other, my heart couldn't keep up with with how passionate he was. My cheeks were flushed and my heart beat wildly in my ears. Noritsune, who had stopped suppressing his feelings for me, stirred me up with a torrent of intense feelings. Having him expose his desires to me, his heavy breath on top of me, I felt embarrassed. I haven't laughed like this in a while. This is frustrating. I don't want to be the only one who feels embarrassed. I wanted to make Noritsune blush as much as I already was. Without thinking, I forcefully pressed my lips to his. His surprised eyes quickly closed, and he pressed himself closer to me. Oh my God, we're pressing each other! How about that?
お前
You basically set off the... Okay, watch. He's just gonna... I love you too. You really think you're the only one who gets riled up? Oh, they're gonna go at it all night. Besides, I can't stand how much I love you too. My face was red with embarrassment, and I almost felt that I could bear it no more. But I didn't want to let him win either. So they both have been suppressing.
不意打ちとは低いな
Hi, JMC. How you doing? His face quickly turned the same shade of red as mine. Seeing this, I felt like I finally had scored a blow on him. Not fair. You were just careless.
なんだとこの
I love how they compete with everything. They compete with fighting. They compete with, like, who loves the other person more. We stared at each other, red-faced, until eventually we both erupted with laughter.
まったくお前にはかなわんな、この負けず嫌いめ。
Me too.
まあそうだな。だがこうして競い合うのも俺は好きだ。
He smiled at me, his face still red, then he pressed his forehead against mine.
俺はこれからもお前を追い続ける。
Never stop chasing me.
そして伴侶として、公的士として、どんな時もお前の生き様に恥じない男であり続けよう。だからお前も俺だけを見ていろ。他の誰にも目移りなどさせない。生涯その瞳には俺だけを映せ。命が果てるその瞬間まで俺と共に生きろ。
In his piercing gaze, there was also burning desire. My heart trembled at the intensity of it. My heart was screaming with love for him. I promise you're the only one I'll look at and the only one I'll love. There could never be anyone I'll love as much as you. I want to stay with you and only you, Noritsune. We stared directly into each other's eyes as I spoke, and I saw his eyes narrow into a smile when I had finished.
ならば生きよう。もう二度とお前を離すものか。
I closed my eyes again as our lips met, and I felt his body press heavily on top of mine. His body pressing heavily on top of yours. As if to make up for all the time it took for us to say these words, our overlapping bodies spoke together in mutual heat, guys. Noritsune, my guiding light, my rival, my love, my everything. Oh. Although we had long been attracted to each other, the names and fates we bore prevented us from being together. I would never forget the lives that were lost in the war, and the precious friends I was forced to leave behind. But finally, the dream I'd been chasing all this time had become a reality. All this love, all these feelings, I could finally express them all to him. This future we had fought for was ours and ours alone. Shoulder to shoulder, expressing our love through words and body. Sometimes we fought, of course, but we would live our lives together, standing shoulder to shoulder. I had risked my life, my heart, and everything I held dear to be by his side, and I would do it all again. The vows we made to each other were engraved on our hearts, and they burned hot with passion. As we felt our bodies melting into one another, and I put all my strength into our intertwined hands. Can I just say, that was so beautiful. I feel like whoever wrote that one definitely loved that character more than Benkei. I feel like Benkei's wasn't bad, but I feel like the writers just didn't like him as much because the difference. Oh my god.